ISIS. I mean, ISIS is no less than the people up in Islamberg, no less than Gulen, is a CIA creation. John McCain, for heaven's sake, was over there with the ISIS officials. We created them. They came from the al-Nusra group, the Syrian Liberation Front. These two organizations combined, and they morphed into ISIS. It's our creation. We create them. We still direct them. When ISIS warriors are injured in battle, where are they transported? They're transported, for heaven's sake, to Israel. They're treated by the Israelis in Israeli hospitals and brought back to battle.
Well, plenty of the rebels have acknowledged that they've been supported by Israel, and they've thanked Israel for helping them. In fact, arms are oftentimes caught. Israeli arms are caught on en route to the rebel groups. But when it comes to this, then the grand scheme, the grand chessboard game, obviously we are seeing the neocon strategy. Wes Clark talked about it: destabilize and overthrow the governments of Iraq, Somalia, Sudan, Libya, Syria, Iran. I mean, this was the strategy that he talked about over 15 years ago. And obviously we've seen it come to fruition to a large extent. But what is the game is ultimately, is it just continuing to destabilize the sovereign regimes that oppose the will of the various financial oil conglomerates, or is it to create just total chaos in this entire region?
Well, the ultimate goal, of course, is money, wealth. You know, real wealth comes from natural resources. Our money is, just fabricated. It's not backed by anything. But real wealth comes from natural resources, be it gold, be it oil, be it heroin, which is the third most valuable commodity in the world right now. Another reason we're in Afghanistan. But the end of the game is being played to be won. It's not a game that will go on ad infinitum. It's being played to win, so that at the end of the day, the money cartel from the United States primarily, it's really an Anglo-American establishment.
British and U.S.
Yes, but at the end of the day, they control the natural resources. Russia's dependent on it. So Russia, of course, if you're depriving it of natural resources, you're depleting all of its power. The same thing with China. So the end of the game is total economic control of the world.
Grabe ka, Michael. Binigay ko lahat sa'yo. Ang pagmamahal. Akala ko ako lang, Michael. Grabe ka. Iniwanan mo pa ako. Binuntis mo pa yung transgender na yan. Michael, I need your explanation and expertable reason. Ano bang pagkukulang ko? Ang hirap, no? Lahat ng Michael, niloko ako. Grabe. Mahirap pala magmahal ng Michael. Marami naman, sa karami-rami ng buntisin mo, yan pang transgender. Tapos under ka pa sa transgender na yan. Ano ka ba? Parang hindi ka lalaki, Michael. Parang hindi ka lalaki. Duwag ka, duwag. Sinaktan mo lang ako, Michael. Sinaktan mo ako. Bakit? Lahat ng mga Michael, walang kwenta, manluloko. Binuntis mo pa yung transgender na yan.
Pilipinas para ang bigas. 5 pesos na lang ang kilo. Tutuhanin ko yan. Kasi ako nang may-ari ng sanlibutan. Masalamat kayo ako nang may-ari. Ganyan ang gagawin ko.
Lasers sound like the stuff of science fiction, right? Sound completely unbelievable. How could our military possibly be using those in future warfare? Guess what? We've just had a recent breakthrough, more great test results that are making lasers a reality. So it's called Athena. Lockheed Martin makes it, and they've been doing a lot of the pioneering in this laser field. Now, what's really exciting about it is that it's so hard to harness that much power and make it compact enough that it's actually going to make practical sense downrange. And they've proven that they can do that. Recently, they tested it against 5 moving drones, so realistic drones that they might go up against with, enemy forces might send against us, for example, or terrorists might send against us. and it successfully shot down all 5 of the drones. This is huge news because it means that in a realistic, practical setting, it's looking very promising. So it could be ready to field quite soon. So when you see the movies or you look at comic books or television shows, when you see laser weapons, they tend to be a color, right? Red or green or something like that. Real lasers, one of the key advantages that they provide is that they are invisible. You actually can't see them. You just see this damage suddenly starting to blow something up. So if we take a look now at what the Athena did to a truck. So we're looking at a truck engine, and the Athena within seconds was able to beam right in there, heat the whole thing up, and burn through the engine of this vehicle. So if you imagine if you were in that vehicle, all of a sudden, this hole would start appearing in your engine, and the whole thing would just disappear. That's what these lasers do. Now, there's some other key advantages that we should mention. Let me give you 3 of them. 1, unlimited ammo. As long as we have power, we have an unlimited magazine. And downrange, of course, having unlimited ammo can be a huge advantage. Second, it's silent. We don't give the enemy any advance warning that it's coming. And then the third one I wanted to touch on is that it travels at the speed of light. So not only are we delivering powerful, decisive effects, lethality, we're also doing it so rapidly they don't know what hit them. So if you could circle back to that example of being in the car again, that would happen so instantaneously, within seconds, you truly would have no idea what was happening. It would just suddenly start disintegrating, right? So what can we use these against? So we talked about the vehicle a bit. We talked about how Athena has just proven itself against drones. But in the real-world application, our forces could use it against the drones. We could use it against aircraft. We could use it against vehicles on the ground, like we mentioned. We could also use it against fast attack boats. And in fact, Athena's sibling, Adam, a couple years ago proved that it could eliminate these fast attack boats. So if you imagine boats start trying to swarm one of our ships, not a problem for this laser. Burns right through the hull. As you can see right there, it's burning right through the hull. I'm incredibly excited about this news, this great news about the successful testing of Athena, because it means that we'll be putting these powerful weapons soon. We could put them in the hands of our warfighters and give them even more powerful weaponry to keep themselves safe and also to deliver the effects that we need. They can be used, laser weapons can be used offensively and of course defensively too, to help protect our homeland. Think of our airports that might be under threat from enemy drones. They could be used to protect, we could use them statically and used to protect our airports. They could be used to protect our power grid, our nuclear plants. So there's lots of different exciting applications for this technology. It is no longer science fiction, but science fact.
The Gregorian calendar, if you've studied history, you know that the Gregorian calendar did not go down very easily with indigenous people. The Gregorian calendar went out with the Spanish and with the Catholic bishops, and they conquered lands and then told people what day it was. Most civilizations already had their own calendar, see? And then these guys come along and say, no. This is the day. It didn't go down very easy. They had to kill millions and millions of people to get them to follow this Gregorian calendar. And what this Gregorian calendar was all about was the physical measurement of our orbit. And it turns out that this is a very, very insidious tool. You probably never thought that a calendar could be so evil. But what this calendar has done is it has pinned our civilization's consciousness to physical evidence only. The absolute dead center of our civilization is focused on only physical evidence. the measurement of physical objects moving through space. That's why it's not Year of Our Lord anymore, because there has been a steady erosion of our consciousness of things other than physical.
Okay, well, I don't have any idea what to say, but the only thing is say, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right now, we're in a spiritual war. We're in a battle for good versus evil. It's not Democrats. It's not Republicans. This is not about gays. It's not about straight people. But it's about the people that loves America and that wants to stop stuff that we do. And that is the love for our nation and the love for our country and the love of our God. No matter if it's our history, good or bad, we're up against that. Right now, y'all told me that there was 400 deep at Stone Mountain trying to take down something that our forefathers gave us. And now they're dispersed into our damn society and into suburbia to stop stuff like this. We can no longer allow them to tear us apart. And we cannot walk in fear. We cannot sit here and fight amongst ourselves when we're fighting a greater enemy. And it's not invisible because it's played its hand. That is the new world order. That is every rhino, Democrat, and crino that hates people like us.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to come together, but we're supposed to crash and burn as they're making us stay in our houses. We're supposed to lay down and not fight back when they're giving us overbearing damn rules. Enough is enough.
That's right.
There's no reason why we can't be here and more people here. Instead of living in fear because of some damn threats. My mama didn't raise a weakling, and I have the Second Amendment to back me up. I'm not finna take any threats against my nation anymore. And I'm not finna take up threats against people I'm supposed to love because of the color of their damn skin. I'm here to rep the red, white, and blue. And no matter who you are or where you come from, I don't care if you're a Democrat, but if you love this nation, I'm supposed to be your sister, not fighting against you. That's right. That's right. Just because you want money and power, I want freedom for my grandchildren. That's right. Just because you want our nation to fall, I want it to strive because I don't want to be like Josie trying to find another place to go because we have no other place to go. That's right.
Yes.
This is the last fight. That's right. No matter if it's in Georgia, no matter if it's in Texas, and no matter if it's in damn Alaska, we gotta fight back against the powers that be. That's right. There's no reason why that we need to have our sheriff watching our backs even though they're supposed to while they're being attacked. That's right. Yeah. There's no reason why that we promise our veterans that they're supposed to have the same free housing and free medical and free everything without losing their soul and giving it to illegal immigrants.
That's right.
You're right.
There is no damn reason why that we are fighting against our president, the one that's willing to stand up and fight them sons of bitches for us. Because nobody seems to have his back. And when we do decide to have his back, the powers that be, no matter if they sit in the Gold Dome or the damn Capitol, they fighting amongst us. And we pay them.
Yeah.
While we're trying to protect the unborn.
Yeah.
While we're trying to keep our kids from being pedophile or sold to the highest damn bidder.
Damn right.
I am sick of people sitting back and allowing our children to be brainwashed because of free education, which is going to turn our country into what we don't want it to be, and that's destroying statues. No more. What are we fighting for? And why we get up every day? I don't care if you got a D, an I, a G. I don't care if you got a Republican. Pick your side. It's either the power that be or the grassroots. Because regardless, you can't do nothing without us.
You're damn right.
You want to talk about me and you want to stab me in my back because of the men that I rep and the people I stand by. I don't give a damn what you got to say. I don't care what the people at the Gold Dome got to say. And I don't give a damn if it's at the White House. But I worry about what he's going to say and if he's going to ask me why. Why I didn't fight hard enough.
Exactly.
Why I didn't shout loud enough.
That's right.
And why I didn't protect the children from being slaughtered at the Ultra Bell while the New World Order is being implemented before our fucking faces and nobody's standing up.
That's right.
Woo! What are we fighting for? Why are we celebrating? Why are we sitting there watching our statues being torn down? What are we cooking ribs for?
That's right.
And why are our soldiers dying on the battlefield?
Where?
And you spitting on the flag?
That's That's right.
Figure out what country you live in. Because right now you live in America. The red, white, and blue. And I don't give a damn who's sitting in the White House. The first three never change it, and that's God, family, country.
Yeah.
I know what I'm fighting for. What are you? Bam!
Volunteers Against Poverty Foundation Incorporation, headed by Mr. Francis Leo Antonio Marcos, in partnership with Brent Corporation, headed by Mr. Bernard Chong, gives you the Optimum Eye Care Program, wherein we will be providing free optical checkup and eyeglasses to 550,000 beneficiaries of North Luzon. Together with us are 40 volunteer doctors and 40 volunteer nurses that will help us provide the optimum quality healthcare that we all deserve. And today, we are unboxing the eyeglasses that will be given out to 550 beneficiaries. What you're currently seeing is the partial delivery of the said glasses that will be given away. Watch out for our optical mission on February 15, 2019 at Ramon Isabela and February 16, 2019 at Peña Blanca, Cagayan at exactly 9 a.m. Come join us, and together let's eradicate poverty through volunteering. Follow us on Facebook, Volunteers Against Poverty Foundation Incorporation.
I have not done that. I have not made an appeal. I said I did not even know that the American government has been providing technical. Kasi sabi ko, yung mga sundalo natin, galing lang lahat, almost all officers will go to America to study about militaristic things. Meron yan silang rapport, and I cannot deny that. But I said my quarrel with is with the State Department and Obama noon, who was reprimanding me in public as if I were a federal employee.